Hi, welcome. I'm Tommy Holst, and this is the DROPCAST movie poster podcast release edition. This format is part of the Instagram blog Drop, and you can find us under @DropMacOfficial. We do reviews, news, and interviews that all have to do with the film business. And Raid71, aka Chris Thornley, is our guest today, and he brought us two amazing pieces that we will discuss. And afterwards, we get into some classics as well as an amazing TV show with James. So stay tuned for that and head over to our Instagram profile @DropMacOfficial to follow along with the art we are talking about, or check us out on YouTube for the video version. Welcome, Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm fine, Tom. How are you? Are you all right over there?
I'm doing okay, but since we had a little pre-talk, I know you are very tired. You're not looking You're not looking like it, but
it's caffeine's keeping me awake at the moment. So yes.
Is the tiredness a reason for a new poster?
Yes, it's an official poster for a French film.
Okay, that sounds good.
Which I think they will announce this afternoon.
All right. Is it? But can you say the gallery with whom it is? Or?
No gallery.
Okay.
It will be on at the cinema.
Okay, cool. That's very nice.
Yeah.
So Studio Canal, I take it.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Can't say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an art house film that's. It did well. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the emails that are coming in now about it. It's been out in France already, but it's been picked up for international distribution.
Uh-huh.
So all the film festivals are going to be kicking in soon. So it's been picked up by a few of those. So the deadline went from there to there.
I get it.
Yes.
Is it at the Berlinale, which is happening right now here in Berlin?
I'm not aware of that. I know there's one in the UK.
Okay.
Which will be announced this afternoon.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. And I will keep an eye out for that, definitely. And because, by the way, people, we are filming. This is going to come out next Wednesday.
Yeah, sorry.
We're filming a week early.
It'll be out. You'll know all about it then.
Exactly. So, one more thing. I was wondering, because like last week we had our last release podcast, not last week, 2 weeks ago, we had Dolly with a triple feature doing so much work. I had a feeling it was kind of a little bit more quiet on your end. Did you work also in advance like he did, or was this all work that we are talking about today that is from this year?
Everything's in advance. The first poster we're going to talk about, I think, a year.
Okay.
That's that, because it has to go off because it's got a likeness, so it had to go off to be approved, and that takes time. And obviously, COVID slowed everything down last year. I know it's still slowing things down now, but I don't think anybody was used to the system last year, so that slowed everything down. So so the first one I'm going to talk about is like a year old for me.
Okay, perfect, interesting. Because I was wondering, because as I said when I talked to Dolly, he said his Dark Knight and what was the other one? Not the Iron Man. The Lord of the Rings, both were the Two Towers. Both were made in 2021. So I was like, wow, he has an output. And I knew from when we talked in December that he had so many still unreleased posters, because he worked like in COVID time, like when the lockdown started. He worked really hard to get everything done,
Yeah, I've done 2 posters this year, and both have been approved very quickly compared to last year.
That's great. Good to hear.
It's still stacking up different releases. So
all right. Okay, then let's jump into your first release. The first one is probably the year one in the making. Is it Doctor Strange, right?
Yes, that's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. I have to say, it's a really, really beautiful piece. I love the different versions for it. I'm gonna introduce the people first to it. There was a holo foil or rainbow foil. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it the same? Holo foil. Yeah, a holo foil print with UV inks, right?
Yeah, black light inks.
Black light inks. Okay, is that a different UV? Is it still a difference, or is it the same?
UV might be UV protected, because that can damage. So that could damage your print if it was sunlight, UV sunlight.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. And also, you did glow in the dark version
Yes.
which is also really cool. And I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to show the people the glow in the dark effect. That looks really cool. And we're going to see some more animation of the foil here. Amazing, amazing stuff. What is like? How could you miss on that one in terms of this has to be foil? This has to be have all the effects on it. How did you come up with this, or did they approach you on it, or how what's the deal here?
Every release, every poster release that comes out, I get a lot of messages on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter, and they're always asking for details about the print and all this. But this is one guy, every release I do, he messaged me, is this Blacklight inks?
Okay, can we say who it is? To give him a shout out?
I'll not mention it without his permission.
Okay.
But every single print, has this print got Blacklight inks? No. Next one. Has this print got black? No, it's not. So it churns over, because I do listen to people's feedback and I do like comments. So it kind of churned over in my head. I can't use Blacklight inks unless there's a really good reason. And it was like, well, what would be a really good reason? And there's nothing more psychedelic than Doctor Strange. So it's like, well, Blacklight inks are very associated with that kind of 60s psychedelic era, which is what Doctor Strange is born from.
Yeah, but by the way, I would really say, or like from the vibe I get from you, and from meeting you and like talking to you, I would definitely say that you are very psychedelic guy. Is that true?
No.
Far from it.
Yeah, no, this is just my persona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, it was a good excuse to try and experiment with those inks. I did use Blacklight inks in a Tron poster before, and they worked really well. So
they did, yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of I'm going to throw all the Blacklight inks I can at this poster for it.
That's very cool.
By the way, I don't know if he's bought it. So
better.
I did send him a message saying this has the Blacklight ink, so I got him first this time.
Perfect.
So, I'm not sure if he's bought a copy.
How did you get in contact with Grey Matter? I know you've released stuff before with them. Did you go with the idea to them, or did they come to you?
No, I have a kind of an open relationship with them, so I just go to them and say, I've got this idea. What do you think? And they were just like, yeah, go for it.
All right, perfect. Well, how did you come up with the concept? I mean, you sent me the rough, which I always like to see the sketches on this one, and you did one, and you can see where the print was going. So there was definitely some good rough sketch there. And how did you come up with the idea for it, or what was your story behind it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it is. Doctor Strange came out in time for the '60s kind of counterculture. So it was really looking at where that character comes from. And of course, the film plays around with lots of psychedelic images. So it started off playing around with that kind of trippy kind of aspect of it, which then kind of morphed into the city. I really wanted to do the Hong Kong fight scene at first. So I was kind of kicking around with that because there's plenty of neon in that. And I was thinking, I could play around with that, and that kind of then just morphed into that kind of zone that he goes into, and just bending things a little bit.
Okay.
So that was kind of my original idea, especially kind of doing them skyscraper buildings, kind of neon effects as well.
The Raid71 style architecture.
Yeah, it's got to creep it.
Yeah. But why did you decide against it now, or?
Well, it was.
I mean, we have a little bit of skyscrapers there, right? Or it looks at least like a building.
So the city's down at the bottom. So when I was kind of playing around with the idea, and I contacted Grey Matter, and they turned around and said, "Oh, we have likeness for Benedict Cumberbatch if you want to use it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll put him front and center then."
Okay, and then the question would be: Did he see it? Did he approve of his?
Yeah. So that was part of the delay because COVID did delay things.
Yeah, of course.
As people got used to working from home and systems changed and things like that. So it went off for his approval, and he has to sign these things off. So he's happy.
That's nice. So did he order one? Is he gonna get one? Is he gonna give you the shout out you need?
I don't know. I've not a clue. We don't talk anymore.
We're not on talking terms. But really, really great print. Love the different ideas and love. Do you have a preference? Would you say more the holofoil version or the glow in the dark version? Which one would you go for?
I've drawn it. The holofoil is very subtle on this, so it kind of works, especially around the magic area and things like that. So that'll shimmer and move slightly as you walk around the room.
Yeah.
I think glow in the dark. Some people don't like holofoil.
Yeah.
Which is always fine. I think if you give them the option, but then it's like, but I've got that white space I can play around with. So glow in the dark. If you don't like holofoil, you're going to be happy with the glow in the dark. If you do like holofoil, you just have to buy both.
But I want to hear your choice. Can you choose a baby? Can you choose a baby?
No, you can't. I mean, I'm looking at in a way that the gallery doesn't turn around and say you have to do something. It's if I'm happy to do it, then the gallery tends to be happy to do it. So it was kind of I couldn't do a version of holofoil and glow in the dark because you can't print on top of each other with that. So it was kind of I'd like both.
That's for collectors. It's always very annoying because you have to get two. But I guess you like that.
Or you can rotate them on different days.
That's true indeed. Or just put them somewhere where the glow in the dark effect takes more shape. Like charges up during the day and then glows at night, and the other one where also somewhere but they should be the same place, right? If you have like the lights reflecting, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to get the best out of black light colors, you're probably going to need a black light shining on it anyway.
Yeah, I just have a torch, so.
Yeah, that's what I do. just shine it on and then walk away.
Look, people, look. That's what it is. But
I mean, I draw the poster so you don't have to rely on those gimmicks anyway. So it should stand up on its own. So if you haven't got a black light or anything like that, then you're not missing out too much, because I still think it's a good image.
It definitely is. I have to say, I really liked it before I saw it, and I really liked it, and then I saw that it is like holofoil, blacklight, and everything. I was like, oh, that's crazy cool. Perfect. Last question on this one. APs?
They'll probably be later in the year. I know everybody's the printers are still having problems with COVID because
who's printing it, by the way?
VJ Kids will be printing this one. So I know most collectors may not be aware, some will, but things normally could be 3 or 4 weeks to print, but you only need one person to be off with COVID, and rightly they shouldn't be going to work when they've got it, and that can delay a print from 3 to 4 weeks to 6 to 8 weeks. So hopefully sooner than 6 to 8 weeks.
But it's okay. We all in this hobby. The people that collect, they know. So.
Yes,
it's gonna be fine.
So hopefully later in this year, and maybe even if Thought Bubble is going ahead.
Yeah,
I'll take some to Thought Bubble or something.
There we go. That's a good thing. If Thought Bubble happens and we can travel, we'll see us there. By the way, I'll try to come this year.
Cool. Yes.
Alrighty. Before we move on to the next one, the last thing is how would you rate the movie in terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, where would you put it, like ranking wise, maybe? Just an estimation.
There's only one. I do like the film.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one thing that annoys me, and that's his accent. I don't think he does a very good American accent, if that's all right to say. It's still a good film.
Criticism is fine.
Yeah, it's difficult. 6, probably 5 or 6 on the list.
Okay, that's very high though.
Yeah, I like it. I think all the origin movies are probably like Ant-Man's a good origin
Hmm.
movie. I think Doctor Strange brought something different
Yeah.
because he's not very likable at the beginning, and then he kind of turns that corner. So
Mm, yeah.
yeah,
What's
it's a good film.
then? What's your number one then?
We just with the kids, I just rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy the other day,
Yeah, that's
and
always a good choice.
it's up there as being. It's not perfect like Raiders of the
Yeah.
Lost Ark is. It's just absolutely perfect film.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Then moving on to our next piece, and our next piece is also very cool, and I'm going to tell you people, it's going to have some foil as well.
Hang on. Yeah.
There you go, you got it. So you already know, people. Here it is. With the, I was wondering, are you going to do it with the glasses?
Yeah, can you still hear me?
I can still hear you fine.
There you go.
That's great. I love that. Keep it going.
There we go.
It's a different sound, but I really like it. So this is the Stormtrooper. It's called a clone of a clone, or am I?
A copy of. Wow, exactly.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
It's called A Copy of a.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
There we go. And yeah, it's a copy of a copy. It's a really cool piece. I really enjoy this one. And this one is for Moore Art Gallery. And Moore Art Gallery, they are releasing this, and they are a fairly new gallery. And there's going to be a holofoil version for it, and then there's going to be I think that is it the variant, just the print variant, just a black and white one. Is that correct? Or
I've not had the details from them. I think it is.
okay, because you sent me a version 2, so that's why I'm asking here.
Yes, that's just the standard art. Sorry. Probably best to double check with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there might be just one version with holofoil.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Sorry. There is one version with holofoil.
Yeah.
There is a variant which we haven't sorted out yet.
Okay, so there's something's coming, but the release.
Something very different.
Yeah, I think the release is on this Friday, so a couple days back from when this is released, and you will probably know all about it. But do you know the sizes already, the measurement of the
so this is numbers? An 1824, and I think it's 100, just 100 for this one.
The foil, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And how did this happen? I know because James is also on the show. He's doing it, and
yes.
I know a little bit more, of course. But they have the Sheridan Design Studio license, and this is for the Stormtrooper and some other Star Wars properties. And why did you decide on the Stormtrooper? Did they approach you? How did this happen?
Yeah, so I've met James a few times at Thought Bubble and things like that, and we chat every so often. And yeah, he approached me and said, "We've got the rights to the costume designs." I think it's probably technically so they have Sandman, Stormtrooper, and this goes back to when Lucas made Star Wars.
Yeah,
he didn't have enough money, so he just got people in, and obviously they own the rights to the things that they made. So it's in the Star Wars universe, but not technically Star Wars. But yeah, he approached me and said, "Do I fancy working on these?" And it's like, the Stormtroopers, such an iconic design. In a film full of iconic designs, Star Wars, the Stormtrooper stands out. You know, there's X-Wing, which is a brilliant design of a ship. Yeah. Darth Vader's helmet. There's lots of brilliant designs, but Stormtroopers is pretty iconic.
Very iconic. Yeah, exactly. How do you like the newer iterations of the Stormtroopers?
Well, bizarrely, when you start learning about the history of the copyright, you understand why they change the costumes later on. They could have obviously stuck to the original Stormtrooper design, but obviously there was a copyright problem, and they've redesigned it. it's all the same family, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
It all
yeah.
looks similar. So
Exactly. I wonder how. I mean, how did they get away with it then? Even though the redesign should them cost something, right?
yeah, but with copyright, it's quite bizarre. You can do so many changes
Okay.
so that it doesn't technically hold up.
Okay,
But
I see.
yeah, I suppose it's also good for selling toys as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I like when I researched the costume, I like the round circular pack on the back.
mm-hmm.
Was originally intended to hold a lightsaber, so
Yeah,
all stormtroopers should have held a lightsaber rather than a gun.
that's the Finn stuff, right?
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. That these ideas did come through, but part of the design still said so.
But yeah, how did you set this up? I mean, we can see in your image there are a bunch of different planets. Are they Star Wars related in your mind, or since we cannot call it Star Wars officially?
Yeah, my thought process behind this was that these stormtroopers are basically just photocopies of the original. We find out in the prequels where the original DNA for a stormtrooper comes from, but they're just copies of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. So I was kind of thinking that they really are just churned out as gun fodder.
Yeah.
No wonder they can't shoot straight. It doesn't matter.
I read an article yesterday because I read up on that as well, and when you look at it, they were basically saying there's the Tarkin novel, which is really great. I have to say, I read that, and it says there that the original, the clone troopers, aged too fast, so they had to switch it out. And I think this is where the bad shooting comes from, I guess, because the clone troopers were kind of good and they knew what's up. But then, once they were changed out, they were just regular people and cannon fodder because nobody needed them really to conquer the whole galaxy. Just squash down a rebellion.
To have a presence, so to speak.
Yeah,
all right, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I think that was the interesting. I think that's where, or at least for me, it does. That's where the bad shooting comes from for me.
All right, it's a shame they didn't. Because I thought it was very interesting, especially with Finn in the new Star Wars films, that they started to touch on what being a stormtrooper was about, and technically they're cheap slaves. It's cheaper to produce them than probably make a robot and things like that, and it's quite an interesting idea, which sadly they didn't play out in the films that well.
They didn't. Best is still since Moore Art they released that as well. The stormtrooper with the bump, like they made a pin for that.
Right,
so that's pretty funny. And yeah, I mean we had some good stormtrooper moments, I have to say.
And like I said, very iconic, especially in the first Star Wars film. How they used this, they're amazing.
What was the idea behind it? Because I can see when you look at the concept of the image, it looks very Arrow-esque, like a formation in kind of sort of way, and also reminds me a little bit of episode 4 when they go through when they enter the ship, the Princess Leia's ship. I forgot the name of the ship now, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I wonder, where does the split from the like in black and white is the concept and the colors of the stormtroopers, but you also have the planets. Is it where all the different stormtroopers come from?
Yeah. So looking at the kind of original posters, there's a lot of really cool black and white adverts because print media was more black and white than it was today. So I was looking at all these really cool old Star Wars adverts, and they've got this kind of diagonal effect going on. And to get over that this was a out of world experience type thing. So I wanted to get across that, these guys are stationed all over the place. The main helmet in the center is kind of suggesting that this is the original kind of stormtrooper, and that these guys are just being churned out and then distributed throughout the empire type thing. So yes, so even though they're not specific things, it's just like that these guys are just running out, ready to do battle, ready to get shot, ready to and the thing just keeps churning and churning and churning.
Mm-hmm. How do I frame this? Do I have to get custom matting?
Yeah.
Because
a little kind of.
I was just thinking about, like, most of the time you do either white or black, but then you would have to like cut it in half, like right there, and like have the white part get the black mat and the top part get the white mat.
Oh yeah, go for that. That'd be good.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
You could do it. Yeah, you could do a little strip of red for the empire around it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or maybe.
Yeah. We should get some framers on, and they can tell you.
Yeah, Tom Chesters, where are you, my friend? But yeah, so that's really interesting. And is there going to be more since Moore Art has more of the licenses that we talked earlier on? Is there going to be more kind of this portrait series? Call it.
Yeah, hopefully. I've been chatting to them about future projects. They've got some very interesting things in the pipeline. So yes,
that's very good.
Hopefully, hopefully this does well, and sells well for them. And
yeah, I'll ask James afterwards.
Yes, please do. Ask him if he wants to work with me again.
I think he does, but I want to, because we haven't seen yet the Tuscan Raider, and I really want to see the Tuscan Raider.
Okay. No, I because you've got that central character. I did think of this series of how to take their other licenses along, so that yes, you could build them up into a set.
I think that would be great.
Yes, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it does well and people like it enough.
Oh, I think they will. Who wouldn't like it? Come on, Stormtroopers, so iconic. It's for every collector and Star Wars nerd a dream to have a Stormtrooper, obviously, and the helmet. I mean, you have it. Look, you got the helmet. You got the print now, so you're good.
Yes, that was I had to buy that just for research.
For research purpose, it's tax deductible. Don't forget that.
Yes.
Yeah, I finally got my stuff to do my taxes now. Like all the necessary paper stuff came in, so gotta go through that.
Yes, yeah, because all those posters in the background will all be research, won't they? And
sadly, I can't sell that, but I wish I could. But maybe in the future, who knows? That would be great if I could like tax deduct that one. But just the microphone, obviously I can for the school, because I have to do the digital teaching and stuff like that, and the light, and so that will work.
Yeah, but you need props in the background.
That's true. But then they would probably say, yeah, you could have used the green screen. But yeah, oh well, it is what it is. But really, really two great prints from you this release cycle, and thank you very much for coming on, Chris. I really enjoyed talking to you as always. And still for this year, since we didn't make it happen last year, 2020, there's still a big interview waiting for you. So we need to schedule that. But
okay,
I think we'll do that right now, and I promise people it's going to be around early May.
Maybe I should tease what posters are coming this year.
Or maybe if you can, go ahead.
I've got a very a nice set of prints coming out with Bottleneck later in the year, which will be
like how many are we talking? Like a handful or more?
It's part 1, and there'll be 12 in part 1.
Okay, so we're gonna have a live show again. I'm hearing that.
Yeah, we could do. That'd be interesting.
There you go.
So that's for an animation company, which is very good.
Oh, yeah, I'm already excited.
And then I've got 2 horror film posters coming out this year. A film that scared me to death when I was young, with werewolves, with a werewolf in it.
Oh, yeah, that was already teased. People know what's up.
Yes.
They teased it on the open channel. It's already out of the bag.
Yeah, so that's... I'm really happy that got approved.
Yeah, I'm excited
the rough
for
idea.
That one.
Yeah, so I can't wait to.
I heard it's really great.
Yes. Oh, who said that, Matt?
It was James. I think James.
Yes.
But you know how Matt is. Matt is always like, meh.
No, James is really good, because I did have a chat with him about I would love to work on that property.
Yeah, that's great.
And then he contacts me and says, we've got the license, you can go for it. And it's
that's great.
Oh, cool.
So there's a lot of stuff coming, and that's really exciting to look forward to. And yeah, as you heard here first, people, we might have one or even two live shows.
My live show would be cool.
With Chris, the same we did last year for the Batman animated series, which was really great, and had a lot of people coming. So this will be a second one, and the third one. So thank you again, Chris, for coming on. I really enjoyed talking to you as always. And now we will move over to James and talk some more classic posters and even a TV show this time. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, this is it. We talked with the good old Chris Thornley, and we are back with the longest name Instagram handle in the business, James Creative. Yeah, this sounds like a radio jingle, but I'm not a radio host. And yeah, welcome, James. How are you, man?
I'm good. Thank you for that introduction. I'll expect that every time.
I will do so. I should have done it. I should have made it like longer and better and the impeccable, most glorious hair.
Add some music next
time. I can do that on the final product, but with you can't hear it, so.
Okay.
So you have to imagine it.
I have to watch myself back.
Yeah, by the way, people, we just had a funny little incident because James uses a different camera, or I use a different camera so James can see me. I use a webcam I have there, and you know me as using the iPhone here and being filmed, and we had like a little incident which was super funny. And but this is gonna be a secret. Maybe we're gonna have some outtakes at some point. Because I filmed it and it's recorded. So if we get to 50 likes on this release episode, I will release the full podcast, which is super funny. The full outtakes, and probably like 4 minutes or so of fun stuff, people. I'm telling you, it's great, and you will have a laugh as we do.
It's gonna be the director's cut with a director's commentary.
And I promise, no ang jokes today. This is the last one I'm doing. But yeah, let's jump right into it because there's not that many releases this week. I have a feeling there's not that many, but maybe there is. It just feels like it. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
We should say, we both really like Killian Eng.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for mentioning it.
So many people go, what's with Eng? What's wrong with Killian Eng? I got messages, people. Nothing. I think he's really great.
Yeah, it's.
I've tried to get his drops, and you...
don't say that. You hate him because you never can get his drops. No, I'm kidding.
It was just one piece that Tom doesn't understand popularity on.
Exactly. That's the point is here. For me, it's being overhyped. But if you can explain the hype for me, maybe I will understand it better. But I have to say, for me, the Galactus piece from last year is better than the Lord of the Rings piece. But I guess that's an opinion, a subjective art opinion.
It's an opinion. Art is subjective.
Exactly.
Move on.
What's definitely not subjective, because this is fucking great, is... Oh, I'm swearing on the show. This is not kid-friendly anymore. But yeah, moving on. Guns N' Roses by our good friend Vance Kelly. He made a regular version, a variant version, which looks also very cool. And then he also did a foil version, which looks amazing. And as you told me last time, the music business brought us the foil version. Very interesting stuff. It's all screen printed, 24 by 36 inches, hand numbered editions of 125, 65, and 65. And they look amazing. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan at all. I mean, I'm not a fan at all. It's not like I hate them, but I just don't care. How are you in Guns N' Roses?
I don't really care about Guns N' Roses, but I care about this poster.
Yeah.
And I think I like the variant. I also care about Vance Kelly.
Yeah, I do too. He's a good man.
He's the nicest guy. I had a meeting with him recently, and yeah, he's just a dude.
Yeah, he's just the dude explains it very well, right? Yeah. I mean, it sold out real quick, so I guess it's all fine and well, but I have to say, I'm gonna go with the foil version here because the metallics, I think that's very, very rock and roll, very metal. So I guess I'm going with that. But I don't understand the piece at all. I just understand the guns and the roses, obviously, but I have no clue what the music is about. So if any Guns N' Roses fans can explain this to me, I would appreciate it. hit us up in the comments. And yeah. Before I forget to say it, smash that like button.
Smash the like button.
Smash the like button. Okay, what's next on the menu?
Got Lenticular. One of the first Lenticulars where I've been like, yeah, this is cool.
Fanticular.
This is pretty cool. Yep. This one is for The Thing. It came like in two types, 24 by 36. The limited edition of 300 and then 150.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got the two different types there, and we've got like the poster version.
Yeah, I have
it's a 1mm PET mounted, and then the 4mm polystyrene.
Yeah, I have to say on those poster versions, I'm not a fan of those poster versions. I'm more a fan of the art versions in this case.
Yeah, I agree.
But on all of them, also on the Jaws one, I didn't like the Jaws poster per se. But I like the art version, which looked way cooler.
It's because it's like a lot of these seem to be locked in, and they're classic posters when you had the borders in that particular time period. And I think the lenticulars work when you've got like the whole art, as you can see, like on the variant there, when it's just kind of like a piece of art that's moving around doing its like 3D thing or movement thing.
And the art print, also Lenticular Plex came also in an edition of 300 and 150 on the 1mm and on the 4mm version, respectfully. So yeah, those Lenticulars, they've gone
super popular, right?
They were sold out way quick. It's like a slaughter on these ones. The Lenticular ones, most of the time when it's like a big name title, they sell so quick. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such an iconic piece of artwork, and like that's made for Lenticular, like those sharp edges coming out. You've got the snow there, which is obviously in the foreground. Yeah. That to me makes total sense because the image has depth, whereas something like Jaws, it's kind of almost like a flat image to start with. Like everything is almost in the same three-dimensional like plane, you know.
But yeah, it works really well, so that's a really cool piece. And what also is a cool piece and sold out also really quick was the beautiful Batman Beyond print by Tom Whalen, aka Strong Stuff. Really cool things. Tom, if you see this, please come on the show. I contacted you a couple times. Maybe I have to go through your friends.
I was going to say, maybe I have to go to your house. I was like,
no, I didn't even know where he lives. Why would I go there? No, I would ask maybe some common friends and like to introduce us, get us working together. But it's a beautiful piece. I really like it. Batman Beyond, very cool stuff. I'm a Batman Beyond fan. In terms of the style of the character, and also. There's going to be a Batman Beyond show or more Batman Beyond stuff from Bottleneck this year compared to Batman animated series what happened last year. So that's really cool to see. And yeah, this print came also in a variant version where I have to say I would still stick to the reg. Yeah, and both are 24 by 36 inches, so they're really big, and hand number edition of 150 and 75, and they're co-released with Justin Ishmael, also doing really cool stuff. He did also the Aang release for Jason and the Argonauts. So yeah, there you have it, my friends, and that's not all we have for Mr. Whalen.
Mr. Whalen also released the Haredevil hair. These like long format 12 by 36 prints. Hand numbered edition of 150 for regular, and then just 50 for the variant there.
What would you go for? Which version? It's really hard to say. I like the.
I think I like the variant.
Yeah, I think I would stick to the regular because of the. I think they're closer to the original in terms of color wise. You know what I mean? But I like them both. They look really cool. Are you still there, James? Are you? Did you freeze? James is back.
you froze as well.
No, it's all you, buddy. But
you were just sitting there.
I was talking while you were frozen.
Sure.
You were frozen. Like, let it go. Okay. Daenerys Targaryen is on the menu in a beautiful depiction in this beautiful dress by Anne Bambi. It's a G-Clay print, 60 by 24 inches, hand numbered edition of 100. Interesting stuff. And Bambi tries to be very accurate in her drawings most of the time. And yeah, Game of Thrones fans, go grab it, I'd say. And yeah, there's some more dragon stuff.
Yeah, Daenerys in her evil mode. You've got like nice innocent, but like still actually not that innocent. And then when people hated her,
yeah,
even more perhaps. Like I don't know, the whole thing.
I wish there would be more. There would be more dragon.
Yeah, we want more dragon.
Daenerys Drogon by Annie Bambi and Bambi, and also G-Clay print 6 by 24 edition of 100. So that's really cool stuff. And speaking of good and evil, we have some more Gremlin related stuff also by Anne Bambi, which is Gizmo. The Gizmo print is kind of cute, I have to say. That's really nice. It's 18 by 24.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Gizmo.
Yeah, I always had like this was like my big wish when I was like, I don't know, 4, 5. I wanted the Gizmo plush toy, and I had it, and it was like super tiny and cute, and I always kept it, had it in my bed. Yeah. I had a Gizmo, and I had Sonic the Hedgehog.
Together, were they friends?
Yeah, they were buddies.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool mashup, isn't it?
I really liked it. Yeah, speaking of Sonic, I hope we can see some cool Sonic stuff in the future.
Hopefully.
But yeah, that's not all. There's the other piece. What's the other piece, James?
We've got the Gremlin. So Stripe. Same kind of deal. 18 by 24 G-Clay. Yeah, they're very good, accurate depictions. There's some stuff with Anne Bambi which I don't really want to get into, perhaps.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to get into it, but it's good that people maybe should look into it.
Yeah, so make up your mind. There's things going on, or ask us privately. Maybe we tell you, maybe we not. 50 likes, maybe then.
Might be in the director's cut. Who knows?
Who knows? Exactly. Okay, moving on to some stuff we talked about. Was it last week? Last time, 2 weeks ago. The Wonka stuff and the fizzy lifting drink. It will fill you with gas. Is Wonka approved, of course, and this print is also probably Wonka approved. It's by Steve Thomas, an artist I have not known before. Did you know him before?
No, I haven't. I haven't read the name.
And he did a screen.
Cool style.
What's that?
It's a cool style.
Yeah, it is. Very, very old school in this case. And yeah, he did a screen print, 12 by 24 inches, and it's a hand numbered edition of 85. And they are available, I think, still for $35. So yeah, some Wonka coolness for your kitchen. I think this is a good kitchen print. What are your thoughts on kitchen prints? Right now, I have candy cotton dinosaurs in my kitchen.
Do you have a velociraptor in your kitchen?
Yeah, I have a velociraptor. Like this is an homage to Jurassic Park, of course.
So that's exactly what in your kitchen. You want velociraptors in your kitchen, just like the movie.
I got his buddy. I forgot to pronounce his name. The Dilophosaurus.
Correct.
Also there.
Dilophosaurus.
Also there. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, kitchen prints are good. Get some.
Do you have kitchen prints?
Not at the moment, no.
Which one would you get?
I don't have any prints in my kitchen. I'd be self-promoting because I have something planned, but it's like from my own gallery.
It's alien.
So I'm not gonna self-promote. No.
I'm gonna help you out.
It's Arn's like Japanese series of the food that he would have eaten.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to say that's a great print. That would have been my second choice. Is a kitchen print. So. And also my third choice is going to be the Mike Mitchell food buddies or food dudes or whatever they're called.
That's cool.
Also, that's not all. There is, because there was a shipping update on the Lord of the Rings print that Gabs did with Bottleneck. And there were like some, because it takes a little bit longer because the edition size was really big, which is a good thing, of course.
On the regular, that
On the
is,
regular,
isn't it?
yeah.
I think my foil went out today.
Oh, that's nice.
I got an update, so I think the variants are they're out. They're being shipped now.
Yeah, that's the last part they have to do before the
masses of regular.
Exactly.
Coming,
so and the Bottleneck was so nice, so the people who bought it had the chance to grab The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings by Neal Butler a little bit early, and these two prints. This is for The Hobbit. This is a G-Clay print, 18 by 24 inches, hand numbered edition of 100, and the variant in a cooler, I have to say cooler gray with I love the bronze on it, like on the lettering, like this dark gold. Looks a little bit cooler in my opinion than the regular, and this is an edition of 50. This is for The Hobbit, and then we have the same kind of deal for the Lord of the Rings. Reminded me a little bit of my cover for Instagram, but yeah, all good stuff, all in good fun. And yeah, this is it for Bottleneck this week, and we're moving on to Vice Press, which I totally forgot to put in as a picture, but you all know that it came out. I posted it yesterday as well. It was The Mummy by Paul Mann, and yeah, this was a really, really cool piece. So check over at Vice Press. They're all sold out super quick. The Mummy, my personal favorite was the variant. It was 24 by 36 inches. It was a litho print, and I'm sorry I don't know the edition size yet because that's the one I forgot to write down. But it's okay, people. You can check it out over at Vice Press. At least look at it if you were not lucky to grab one, but Aftermarket has you covered, I think. And crazy eBay bot people were already happening yesterday. I saw some of the variant prints going up for 225 or 250 or something like that. So that's what's up. But
there's still some regulars, right? There's still some regulars today.
I don't think so. I think are they sold out?
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna pull it up for you while you talk us through what you like about the print and whatnot, so people can see it. How about that?
Well, I mean, I would have dived for the variant, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Just because it reflects the mood of the film a little bit, like being sepia toned.
But yeah, there it is. You have it, people. Let me show you guys here. There's the website of Vice Press, and it's still the regular version is still available, so you better grab one. And as you can see, the Mummy variant by Paul Mann already sold out. Great stuff. It's an edition of 75, and the other one is probably like 100. Oops, no, it was add to card. That's not what I wanted to. 175. And yeah, the sold out version 75. I set the dimensions, and yeah, Paul Mann is the artist, and this is definitely a grab. If you got one, congratulations.
Yeah,
people.
It's cool to like keep going with the monsters and Paul Mann. I probably preferred the Frankenstein a little bit more, but I think it's a good little collection to be starting. I actually have like a tiny bit. I have that bit of Paul Mann's Frankenstein.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Congratulations.
That's not me like slicing up the print. That's one of the notebooks that Vice Press do. I was lucky enough to get.
I just spent $90 for a print to slice it up and make it into notebooks.
That's what I do.
But yeah, it's great stuff. The Mummy variant looks really amazing, and yeah, I have to say, what's your favorite monster from the
My favorite monster?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll probably just go with Frankenstein.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to say, monster.
For me, it's the Mummy. I would get the Mummy. Big fan of the Mummy. But this is what it is, and we're moving on to the next gallery, which is Mondo. And In the Mood for Love by Greg Ruth is our next topic. And it's a beautiful print. He also made the LP cover, which he has, I think, releases on Friday. I think it was this week. Or maybe next. I'm not sure. He's going to release some APs.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. A classic film right there, Wonka. And art by Greg Ruth, printed by DL Screen Printing, 24 inches by 36 inches, in an edition of 275. And shipped worldwide, so that's a good thing, except China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, which is weird in this instant. But okay, I guess. And print is delicious as always. Greg Ruth, he's just incredible. He's done some more private commissions. I just saw him do Bullet and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
When he announced Valkyrie, I think I mean, at least me included, was thinking, oh, is he going to do a Valkyrie print like the Tom Cruise movie? And then when he revealed it, I was like, oh, snap, that's right. Yeah, got me good. What's our next one, James?
We have We Buy Your Kids print
Yes.
for Agatha Christie's Evil Under the Sun. This one's a screen print, 18 by 24. Edition of 200.
It looks so good,
and it's typical, like, We Buy Your Kids amazingness.
Typical.
Like,
oh, it's so standard. You're so standardly amazing.
Because it's they crap these out. It's cool. No, it's typical in the fact that it's just brilliant. Yeah. It's so good, and it's just immediately identifiable as We Buy Your Kids piece. You know.
Exactly.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I got you. It is 18 by 24 inches, in edition of 200, and printed by White Duck Edition, because it has some co-op with Black Dragon Press on these. Black Dragon Press was or is selling still some of them, because like the Euro crowd doesn't get much love. And I was lucky because I slept on the Anne Benjamin Graduate release date. Mondo was sold out, but the Euro version was still available. Just putting it out there, people. And it should get here at some point. So I'm excited. That's good. And last but not least, we have some more toy stuff, which I wanted to present you, which is the Marvel Mecca, the mightiest heroes in giant robot form. And first up, we have the Spider-Man Mecca, looking really amazing with the mohawk going on. And then we got the symbiote suit version for the Mecca as well. Comes with a couple cool gadgets, sword, some spider webs you can sling around. And it is from the comic. I think it's from a comic book, right? Or what is it?
What, Spider-Man?
No. Oh, jeez, Louise. But I'll stop talking here. But yeah, those are approximately 10.25 inches in height. They are made from PVC. The Spider-Man Mecha is an edition of 1,900. And designed by Remy Paul and sculpted by Jay Kushwara. And paint designed by Hector Arce and Mark Bristow. And same goes for the Spider-Man Mecha symbiote variant, except that the edition is of 900. And I don't know if they're sold out yet, but I think, let me see. Are they still on the side here? They're not popping up. Maybe it's maybe they're coming out tonight. I don't know. I'm sure. One of these days it's going to be the pre-order time, I think. But yeah, couple figures are still up. For example, the Iron Giant, as I'm seeing here in the Mecha figure, which looks really cool. Don't you have the Iron Giant? Yeah.
Me?
Okay,
No.
I thought you did. Somebody did. But yeah, moving on to our next one, which is the Rocking Fotten Show over at Spoke Art. And I think at Spoke Art San Francisco, you can actually be part of the show and actually go out and see gallery, but only by appointment and one person only, I think. So if you're in San Francisco or the area, just hit them up, get a date to see this wonderful Rockin' Fotten show with multiple prints. I think most of them are 16 by 20 inches, if not all. And they are available online starting tomorrow, the 11th, at, I think, 10 a.m. or something like that, Pacific Standard Time. And there's some really cool prints. I really love, my favorite from this one is the Do the Right Thing, I have to say. Then we also have Rocky Horror Picture Show. We have Twin Peaks. We have Big Trouble in Little China, and also a couple more. Here's some actual prints from the show there. I don't see what this is. And this one here, with I think it's Reservoir Dogs. Then we have some Alien pieces. and the dude Big Lebowski also in here. So yeah, some really cool stuff. I hope you check the show out. I think. What's your favorite, by the way, James, on this one?
I really like Do the Right Thing. Like you kind of picked out.
I stole that from you. Yep.
What?
I stole like the print from you, so you can't say that anymore.
Okay. Well, I'll say I can't even have my own favorites.
It's okay. It's okay. I went first, so I got lucky.
Yeah, that to me that is the standout one.
Same. I mean, looks just cool.
Yeah, it's well. I mean, it takes the colors from a lot of the art that's connected to that film already, and yeah, it's good. Good stuff.
Okay, this is it for the galleries, and now we're going over to some digital stuff / private commissions / artists individually releasing their own work. And one of it is still a possibility to win this one. The winner for the Marvel UK giveaway will be tomorrow, and the Matt Ferguson giveaway will end on Friday. What is it? Friday, yeah? On the 12th, yeah. And it's for this beautiful WandaVision print that we talked about on the open channel 2 weeks ago, last week. I don't know what time it is anymore.
We don't know anymore. It's strange times.
This is an edition of 200. It's a litho print, 24 by 36 inches, and get your chances via Matt Ferguson artist. It's tagged on the Instagram post or in the bottom of the caption. Or check over at Marvel_UK on the Instagram page to grab one as well. Really cool piece. I really like this one. I tried to win one. I hope I'm gonna get one. See, what are you laughing? There's nothing to laugh.
It's just like, is that a hint to Matt? I hope I'm gonna get one.
No, I'm hoping. I entered the competition as everybody else did. Like, all the Marvel XX got prints, so it's like probably hard to give one out. And I think his mom got one. So prints are
fair enough.
Prints are gone. Yeah, and speaking of private commissions, one of my favorite artists right now, I have one of the pieces that I hope that I can show you at some point when it's going to be closer to the release, and have the artist on, which is Jay Cantu, and talk about his Ghost of Tsushima print, which is just incredible. Incredible. I cannot wait to see it. And his print for Sicario is going to be out soon for APs, which is just incredible. How do you like it, Jamesy?
Everything that you've just said is so good. I mean, yeah, look at it. It's great. Like, I'm just really. It's just really exciting, like a new artist who just completely exciting, who's come out of the blocks and producing stuff like this. There's a style about, I mean, the likeness is awesome, like really great, but he still has his own style to it as well. Yeah. And I would say it's not like a carbon copy of Struzan, who will do these sorts of compositions. It's Jake's style, like there. Like, no, I'm just super impressed. Everything that he's been putting out, and that when people see the Ghost of Tsushima print, that's amazing as well.
It's so fire. It's my favorite of his prints so far, and he put out so many good ones. Because we have another one, which this Sicario print, you better watch out. Check Jake's Twitter, check his fan group, and all of that if you want to be part of the AP process, because this is a chance to get one. An AP, which has been out for a week now or something like that. I think on last Friday he put it out, is this wonderful Casino AP for the movie Casino. It's just incredible. Also, you can see that, I mean, even without the eyes and the rest of the face, you see Robert De Niro. It's perfect, I have to say. I really enjoy it, and all the characters and the parts of it. Love the little that has the ace as a border, which looks amazing. Just love the piece. Really, really good one.
Yeah, they saw like the APs for that just went so
Yeah,
quickly.
it was a bloodbath. So yeah, be prepared. If you want a Sicario one, it's going to look the same probably.
There was a lot of butt hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, moving on from Jake, but we don't forget him, of course. He's going to be on more. I have a good feeling about this guy. And yeah, the next one is also a vinyl toy, which is Daruma by Attack Peter. I talked on a podcast about this beautiful piece, and this one is looking incredible. It's still available over at Skybound, so head over to Skybound, check out this beautiful Daruma toy. And yeah, it's going to cost you a pretty penny in shipping if you're not in the US, but it's definitely worth it, I think. It looks amazing, and Peter showed it on his live stream since he got the prototype and stuff like that. It's very big. It's pretty big.
It's massive.
It's half the size of this child here.
It's really close to like a head size. I think if you go and have a look on,
it's like a shot put. It's like a shot put.
Yeah. It's like a small bowling, like it's almost like a bowling ball. Like he has a picture where it's next to his head. Like and it's massive. It's really really good piece. I love the textures on it as well. Like you were saying that too. He wanted to like put in that hand carved like textural bits. There's like little tiny indentations.
On the nose.
I haven't even seen the base yet. So the Daruma is like the kind of ball shaped. Which can still sit flat, but then the flowers underneath, that's a separate base. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. I just wish I had the money to get it shipped over.
Yeah, let's hope. Fingers crossed that maybe you get a Christmas bonus in it.
Christmas bonus. Cool. They'll be sold out by Christmas.
Stimulus check.
Oh man, if only.
If only. But yeah. Another friend, a really good friend of the show, Eileen, aka SG Poster, she put out Apocalypse Now piece, which looks amazing. She put it out yesterday, and this looks just incredible. I mean, I love the with the skull and like the basically kind of flames going out, and the minimalism here, but also going big in some kind of way. I really enjoy this one. What are your thoughts, James?
Yep, she killed it again.
Yeah, she's just knocking it out of the park. And it seems so easy with her. Eileen, it's not fair.
I mean, she was saying, like, this was, like, a warm-up. Like, she sent me a picture of the piece. She was like, I've just been doing this as, like, a warm-up exercise. Like, what?
Yeah. Some artists, Some artists.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What also is really good is a beautiful piece by James Neal, which you guys over at Murad are working on something, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I've known James for a few months now. We worked together through Poster Posse. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we are working on a few things at More Art with James.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how he hasn't been picked up before. His work, if you take a look at his Instagram, is just awesome. But this one seems to really like, sometimes it just takes one thing to be the thing that triggers attention. And yeah, again, this is just typically awesome James Neal work.
Yeah, and yeah, this Once Upon a Time in the West piece is only available digital, right? Or is it a private commission? Do you know more?
No, I don't. I think it. As far as I know, it was just digital. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
But yeah, it looks really amazing. I have to say, it's I love the concept or the idea how it's shaped on having like the title block and everything on this left side and having like a little scene there, and then on the right side you have like the heads and like somebody hanging from their head. So it is like kind of like a cool idea.
Yeah. It's modern and it harks back to like old time like posters as well with that kind of bit down the side. But it's also kind of like it has that almost unmistakable digital quality about it with the illustration on the right hand side. I just think it's a really cool like approach to that film. And the guy's just like super talented, honestly, and really really nice as well.
Yeah, and what also is a really great approach, because good. I don't know. We hadn't had him on the show, but I would love to have Mark Chilcott on the show at some point. And he just did some multiple Wolverine drawings, and I picked my favorite one. I think it's yours as well, and it's this one here.
Yeah.
Which just looks amazing. Was it available in the shop, or was it just digital? What did you see something?
I think he's just been producing, like, as Mark does. He just like draws all the time, constantly, like he has to. And I believe this was just like a part of those sketches. He's been doing a lot of Wolverine, as you said, recently. And as far as I know, this was just one of those, and I think it's one of the best Wolverine representations I've seen. I've never seen, like, upwards like that. I mean, look at it. Basically, it speaks for itself, but it's so good.
Yeah. What is also really good is this beautiful private commission by Ruiz Burgos for A Quiet Place. Yeah, shout out again to his newborn. I mean, to him for having a newborn in that case. And this is really cool. And he told the story about this piece, which I really like, because he released it on International Women's Day. And he painted it last year, but he couldn't show it so far. And this whole piece is very personal, which is also interesting because he told me, I think it was before we did the podcast for Lord of the Rings. He told me that the print, in a printed version of I think when you look at the Lord of the Rings piece, the Mines of Moria bit, he put the name of his kid in there. So he wouldn't tell me, because you could see it only in close-up. You cannot see it digitally, but you can see it in close-up in a print version, he said. But yeah, he put the name of his kid there, which wasn't born at this time. So that was interesting, because he didn't want to spoil the name. So that was kind of cool. But on this one also, he kind of put the heartbeat, his son's heartbeat, into the poster. I think it's the line, as you see here.
That's the best. That's just the best.
Did you read that, or did you not know that?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know any of this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It's like,
It's from the first ultrasound they had of the son.
Yeah.
And it's the graphic of his son's heartbeat, which is really cool. And he put it in there as a sound for A Quiet Place. I think that's a really cool idea, and with the red lights and like all the details, and his typical classy style is done really beautiful and printed beautiful by DL Screen Printing, and very great separations by Juan Sanyose. So yeah, he's the separation master. He does also the separations for Jake Cantu's prints, and he's obviously done a great job.
Yeah. So yeah, also with Riz Burgos, he has APs of his Babu Freak,
of good old Babu,
and
this guy there.
And his Yoda, little guy. So they're available through his Facebook group as well. They were made available yesterday.
Yeah.
I picked up the Babu Freak, which I've been looking for like forever.
Yeah,
so
the piece finally got there, and he's doing all that. And you can even buy him as a set, so that's kind of cool to have.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you get a reduction if you buy them as a set.
Yep, good stuff. And also coming back to San Jose, because he has also he's a print coming up for Kill Bill, so keep an eye out for that. He hasn't announced it. He hasn't fully announced it yet, but he has teased some artwork, and it looks amazing. And he's also all around good guy. So check him out as well. This is it for this week's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like button, because I know you want those outtakes. I'm gonna collect all those outtakes, James. I'm gonna put them out, like all our after talk or pre-talk stuff.
No, please no.
I'm just gonna blur you, like deepen your voice. It's not James.
It's like pixelated guy in like a darkened room.
Yeah. That's how we're gonna do it. But thank you so much for coming on, James, and talking art with me. It's always a pleasure. And we'll see you guys next week when we have an interview with the one and only Peter Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Check this out. It's gonna be fun. This dude is Also, the nicest dude ever. He's such a good man. And I'm telling you right now, go to his AP. Go check out his APs in his store. There's a bunch of stuff you really would like still available. And before I mention it next week, and you see all this stuff, and then you want to buy it, and it's all gone. We don't want that. So, all right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.